Signing bonus, $10 million. Okay? 10 million 01111 000. Okay? How much is that on the cap hit? $2 million. Okay, that's a $2 million cap hit per year. 2026 option bonus, $9,625,000, $1.925 million cap hit per year. 2027 option bonus, $16,580,000. How much do y'all think the cap hit is? He's getting paid $16 million in 2027. $580,000. I will let you guess. Now, if you know this already, don't be telling what it exactly is. I will let you guess. What do you think his cap hit is? Okay, this is the reason. Okay, and I have a broader point, and y'all know I have a broader point. I don't never just say stuff just to say stuff, even though some people that don't agree with me think that I'm just saying stuff just to say stuff because they don't understand the method to my madness. They think I don't know a thing or two about a thing or two, but I know a thing or two about a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. We are farmers. Dun, 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 dun. If you know, you know. Use the hashtag. How much do y'all think? Come on, chat. Help me out. Help me out. What do you think his cap hit is? He's going to be paid in 2027 $16,580,000 even. What's his cap hit going to be? All right. His cap hit for 2027, as he is being paid $16,580,000, is $3.316 million for 2027. Let me say that again. It is an option bonus. You get this? You get this? It is not a base salary. It is an option bonus. He doesn't have a base salary. He has an option bonus. And that is going to be $3.316 million for 2027 as his cap hit. In 2028, he has another option bonus. And I'm going to get into what an option bonus is in a second. His option bonus is $19,035,000. What do you think his cap hit is? What do you think his cap hit is? I don't know, Kay. They're here, but they're not. What do you think his cap hit is? Option bonus for 2027. Option bonus is $16,580,000. His cap hit was $3.316 million. Option bonus for 2028 is $19,035,000. What do you think his cap hit is going to be? Spoiler alert, is not much more than what his cap hit was the year before. It is $3,807,000. So the option, his option bonus is almost $3 million more. His cap hit is $500,000 more. Right? His cap hit before was $3,316,000. His cap hit for 2028 is $3,807,000. All right. 2029 option bonus $23.905 million. So $23,905,000. That is his option bonus for 2029. Do you know what his cap hit is for 2029? $4,781,000. Workout bonuses $150,000 each year. Up to $510,000 game day roster bonuses each year. 4 void years starting in 2030. Jacob Burnley, you can't hear me? Let me make sure I can hear myself. Hello, I can hear me. All right. Okay, you can hear me. Okay. I guess you came in. Yeah. So in the beginning, I had some technical difficulties with my mic. Okay, and wasn't coming through. All right. So this article is from Pride of Detroit. So it says here, as you can see above, the base salary amazingly stays under $2 million each year. But that's because the Lions have basically replaced salaries with option bonuses. As I said, we often see teams restructure a contract by turning salary into a signing bonus that is spread over the length of the contract. The Lions have basically done that ahead of time. So that means that when his salary comes up, remember what I said about Jared Goff's salary. Remember what I said. I said, if you think that I think it's next year, his cap hit is going to be $69 million. If you think that they are going to allow that cap hit to be $69 million, you are crazy. That's what I said. And what they will do, and I keep referencing this, and I'm going to continue referencing this. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. What they will do with Jared Goff's signing bonus is similar to what the Los Angeles Rams did, or not signing bonus, but similar to what the Los Angeles Rams did with Matthew Stafford. When they traded for Matthew Stafford, his cap hit was going to be $60 million. I think that had to do with taking on some of the dead money and all these things, because obviously he wasn't getting paid $60 million per year. They converted the cap hit, the full cap hit, to a signing bonus. And then guess what that did? That made his cap hit for that year $1 million. And then you go, oh, well, how could they do that? Wow, because the salary cap is not year. It's not real, not year. It's not real. This is what I've been telling y'all. So everybody that's clamoring about how we can't afford Big Z, because we couldn't afford Myles Garrett. We couldn't afford Max Crosby. Well, everybody thought we could afford Max Crosby, which was the crazy thing. Nobody said we couldn't afford Max Crosby. That was never a thing. We couldn't afford Myles Garrett. We can't afford Trey Hendrickson. We can't afford Big Z. Make it make sense how the cap hit, which is basically the base salary, is never more than $5 million. Kirby Joseph's deal is what? Let me see. What is it? 85. It's a 4-year, $85 million contract. 4 years, $85 million. What up, though, Mary Smith? That's Kirby Joseph's contract. 4 years, $85 million. And then when you start averaging out, you're like, dang, oh, that's like 21 million per year. Yada, yada, yada. But guess what? Did 21.5 million or something like that, right? Guess what, guys? 21.25 million, I think. All right, I'm done. I got that. I got it down. I got the math. I did the math. It's quick math. Guess what? If you're here, if you're new here, if you're just arriving, averaging out a contract in the NFL is not how you figure out how much a contract is going to cost you. If you have an average of $21.25 million per year, that doesn't mean that you are getting paid against the cap $21.25 million per year. You may get paid exactly $21.25 million per year. His highest, again, let me run that back for you. His highest cap hit is 2029 of $4.781 million. $4,781,000 is his cap hit for 2009. His cap hit never goes anywhere near $21.25 million. What up, though, Tactical Sport? So for all those people, and I hope you're here. I hope you're here. I hope you're in the chat and you're just not saying anything. For all those people who are like, oh, we can't afford this. We can't afford that. We can't afford the other thing. I'm here to tell you. I'm here to tell you right now. We don't care. We don't care. Oh, let me get that for you. Let me get that for you. You ready?
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Okay. Did you hear it? Because Stephen A. Smith just told you what I've been telling you about the salary cap. Detroit fan man. All right, we're going hey, Detroit fan man, we're going to get into that. That's the main purpose, but we got this breakdown. Okay? For any of those who have just gotten here, do you want me to break down the cap hits for Kirby Joseph? Again, I'm going to break them down for you if you just got here. All right. The signing bonus is $10 million. It's a $2 million cap hit. Right? The option the 2026, he has a $1.925 million cap hit. 2027, he has a $3.316 million cap hit. In 2028, he has a $3.807 million cap hit. In 2029, he has a $4.781 million cap hit. How did they do that? How did they do that? Okay, now we'll get back into how they did that. As you can see above, and this article is from POD, shout out POD, right? As you can see above, the base salary amazingly stays under $2 million each year, and it doesn't. Well, the base salary, yes. But that's because the Lions have basically replaced salaries with option bonuses. He doesn't have a salary. He has an option bonuses. They're obviously giving him the bonuses, but his salary is not a salary. When I tell you that the salary cap is not real, please believe me, because now you've seen how a contract can be structured so that the money that you are paying does not actually count against your team. How do you pay a man $19 million and it only counts $3 million against your salary cap? How do you do that? Right? Here's how. It says, we often see teams restructure a contract by turning salary into a signing bonus that is spread over the length of the contract. The Lions have basically done that ahead of time. Remember, Matthew Stafford gets traded to the Rams. $60 million against the cap. Oh no, let's convert that to a signing bonus, $1 million against the cap. Here's your $60 million, Matthew Stafford, all at one time. You signed our contract, you signed with us, $60 million for signing, put it in your bank account. We're going to pay $1 million. Okay? All right. Here's the next one. All of the money in red, and there was a graphic that they had up here. Okay. All of the money, so that's what they're referring to, in red automatically hits the cap in 2030, as they are the remaining guarantees from each option bonus that is exercised. However, if the Lions opt to extend Kirby Joseph at any time before the contract voids in 2030, those cap hits can stay in the years that they're currently listed under, rather than all hitting the cap at once. They're all going to hit the cap at once if they don't extend them. If they extend them, then those numbers stay in the cap years that they're listed in. Okay? All right. So let's say the Lions decide to go in the other direction and cut Joseph before his massive 2029 option bonus. His cap hit in 2029 will actually go from $17,926,000 to over $31 million, but he'll be completely off the books in 2030. Whereas the current contract has the team on the books for that massive $39 million dead cap in that year. Here's what the year-by-year breakdown would look like. Okay. In short, the Lions have managed to keep Joseph's cap hit down incredibly low for the next 4 seasons. Here's where Joseph ranks among other safeties in terms of cap hit each year. Okay. 2025, $3.86 million is the cap hit. He is 38th against all other safeties. 2026, $5.8 million. He's 23rd. 2027, $9.16 million. He's 11th. 2028, $13 million. He's 3rd. Only 5 players under contract in 2028. Okay, there's only 5 players that have a contract as safety at this point that goes to 2028. Okay. 2029, 17.9 million. First only safety under contract in 2029. No other safeties are under contract in 2029. Okay. Tactical Sport says, yes, we will be fine as long as we re-sign him. If not, then we get dead cap money. So all we have to do is extend him again. That's it. You extend him again, and then you actually could restructure and roll that money into a signing bonus. Like if you're getting ready to cut him, you can give him all of his money. Okay? It's going to be the same thing. However, you're just giving him the remaining of what's guaranteed. Okay? And then that'll be a year where you're getting a lot of non-cap flexibility. But you've kicked it down the road to 2030. We're going into the 2025 season. Right? So there's going to be a lot of people that you're going to give these types of contracts to. And then when you give them these types of contracts, you stagger the years in which they're going to have these huge cap hits. If you've got, let's say 10 players, right? If you've got, let's say Hutch, you've got Kirby, you've got Brian Branch, you've got Jared Goff, you've got Jameer, you've got J-Mo, you've got Amon-Ra St. Brown, you've got Sam LaPorta. Okay, I've just named 8. All right, let's find 2 more. Terrion Arnold, and Jack Campbell. Okay. If you stagger these contracts right, and you've got 10 players who have major deals, and I just threw Terrion Arnold and Jack Campbell in there just for fluff. Okay. I'm not telling you right now that we are going to re-sign these guys to major deals. We hope we will. Right? We hope we will so that we can keep them. We hope that they're worth keeping. But if you stagger it correctly, and you've got 2 to 3 guys every year that are hitting a major up every year, it's gonna be over 300 million very soon. So if you've got 3 guys that are costing you 100 million on the cap, and then you got everyone else sprinkled in, 10 million here, 5 million here, 12 million here, right? 11 million here, 13 million here, 8 million over here, 7 million over here, because of the way that you structured the contracts. Y'all gonna tell me the salary cap is real? I mean, it's a real thing, but if you know how to manage it, this is masterful management. This is masterful management. My guy has option bonuses. He doesn't even have salaries. And when you tell me I can call my salary something else, which means it counts for less money, there's no way on earth you can tell me that the salary cap is real. The salary cap is the owner's ability to put the money, the guaranteed money, into escrow and to let it sit there because it's guaranteed. That is the salary cap. That is it. It is not what you see on paper. The salary cap is the owner's ability and willingness. That's it. Sheila, do you have the money? Yes, we can go get anybody. Sheila, do you have the money? No. Okay, we can't go get that person. That's it. Flying Hawaiian says, so if they can hide money from the cap like this, what's the big deal about re-signing Za'Darius, or is Z's against this type of deal? Exactly. Flying Hawaiian gets it. Flying Hawaiian gets it. And this is what I've been saying the entire time. If you are going to re-sign Big Z and you're telling me, well, Hutch, Hutch is not available for new money until when? We have him under contract for 2025. We have him under contract for 2026. 2027 is when he's available for new money. Even if he signs a contract extension tomorrow, remember, it's an extension. Okay? It's not a new deal. So it's an extension. When you sign a player to an extension, it's different than ripping up his contract and giving him a new deal. When you sign him to an extension, that means his current contract must be played out first. Unless you want to, like I said, if you want to cancel it and just give it to him as a signing bonus, but why would you do that? Maybe for some cap flexibility later on, right? But generally, they don't do that. So if you sign him to a contract extension tomorrow, it doesn't matter when you sign him to a contract extension. His money will not kick in until 2027 because you've picked up his 5th-year option. So that means that his money for this year is guaranteed. His money for next year is guaranteed. New money kicks in after that. So to me, it doesn't matter. I don't care if you sign Hutch to a $50 million extension. We don't start seeing anything about that $50 million until, and I don't mean $50 million total. I mean $50 million per year. Okay. We don't start seeing anything about that $50 million per until 2027. And you know, if it's $50 million per, it ain't going to be $50 million in 2027, 2028, 2029. Right? They're just going to keep kicking it down the can, kicking the can down the road. And guess what happens as they continue to kick the can down the road? Right? Look at the Kirby Joseph contract. He's going to have a $39 million cap hit in 2030. What's $39 million in 6 years? What significance does $39 million have for a cap that goes up $20-30 million every year? You understand what I'm saying? You see, as Kirby says, you see what I'm saying? What up, though, Lions fans? It's your boy, Motor City Don P here. Listen, if you want to continue keeping your Lions news pragmatic, if you want to keep getting the stats and not none of that static, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share and let everybody know what's going on around here. And turn on your notifications, because how else would you know that we're up in here keeping your Lions news pragmatic? Appreciate you once again, and we are out. Peace.